Konnichiwa, Goju Ninja here. Today I'm back with another tutorial video on the practical uses of the Kakie Uke, or the opened empty hand block in traditional karate. I have a tutorial of the straight technique, but today is the applicability with a partner, my friend Black Belt Camilo here to help me out. So I'm just gonna get right into it. All right, so for the first set of the practical uses of Kakie Uke, I'm going to discuss the circular motion of the hands. A lot of people think, or it can be used if you have a punch out, that the Kakie Uke is this chop block like you find in some other traditional karate schools, but the Kakie Uke in Goju is very circular. So you use both hands in a circular motion, like a wax on, wax off from the Karate Kid. And what that can be is you have 1, 2. When the jab comes, the first one can be a parry, the second one can be clearing with just your hands up, okay? So not fast, but fluid when he punches. 1, 2. That's all that it is. 1, 2, okay? That's the circular motion. All right, so the second little tip for the Kakie Uke, or the Kakie Uke that we use, has to do with grabbing. Kakie Uke, as I just stated before, is not like a chop block in our lineage or association. It's actually a reaching out and grabbing. Now you'll see it sometimes, punch out, you'll see it sometimes kind of misinterpreted, that somebody's gonna punch and you're just gonna latch onto their wrist, okay? That's not gonna happen. Like if he throws a couple fast punches, okay, really not gonna happen that way. What you can do to help mitigate that, to get a grab, you're gonna have to close distance, but also if his hand is out, I don't wait for the hand to come all the way almost to its end point. When his hand is here, I'm not trying to chop block here on his wrist. As his hand's coming out, I'm actually reaching out at his face and his hands to help clear it away from my body. And also, it gives me a little bit of an advantage as he realizes his punch is blocked and he starts pulling it back. I can slide down and hook the hand, okay? Might not always happen. I might not always get this perfect confirmed wrist grab, but when I'm connected to him, I know I can feel like when he pulls his hand back that I can grab this way. That's the reason why our Kakie Uke comes out and back, okay? So again, slow but more fluid. He's punching out, I meet his hand, then I pull back and down, okay? You can usually get like the hand hooked, at least just for a minute. I might not, he does it again, I might not get the hand and be able to hold it and control it, but I might get a reaction like this when he pulls back, just this to be able to step off and punch. So the circular reaching out and back is really important if you want this fluid looking Kakie Uke. All right, third tip or third suggestion for a practical application gets a little bit more advanced in its use from using it off of just straight striking. It goes into a little bit more grappling. And I'm going to show you it off of like basic like clinch or collar tie. So if I have him and he has me, right, we'd be a little bit tighter, but for the sake of this being able to explain it to you, I'm going to show you. So I'm here, and obviously this isn't the best advantage. I want to get inside, right? Get inside control. Probably like, you know, a full-on clinch or at least just up here onto his shoulder. So what Kakie Uke will teach you with articulation of your hand and circular motion is to scoop up under, and shoot your hand through, okay? And the motion looks exactly the same as a Kakie Uke, right? So real quick, we're here, this hand's gonna fall under, and it's gonna shoot across my body, and then up and out. And then I can control him, get inside control. So that's using Kakie Uke to kind of snake your way in, or swim as you say in wrestling, to get better control. All right, fourth suggestion or tip for practical application of Kakie Uke actually is not a block at all. It's actually for striking, and it's kind of straight to the point. So have the opponent, doesn't matter because you can throw a punch with that hand. What we're going to do when the opponent punches, we're going to use the first part of the Kakie Uke, which is like the parry part, but instead of parrying and pushing this off to end in this, you know, traditional kind of position, I'm just going to go right from the parry, right to the face or to the eyes, or grab his hair or anything. But the concept is still the same of moving out, back. I could rake the eyes if I was close enough, or I'm sorry, far enough away, or come, grab the hair, pull down, which I end up in this position, Kakie Uke. So you can use Kakie Uke as a strike. Fourth tip for practical application is actually not using the Kakie Uke necessarily as a block at all, but as a strike to vital areas or to get a better position from your opponent's strike. So we'll get back into fighting stance. I'm going to use one Kakie Uke, then a second one. First one will be deflection. The second one will be an actual strike or eye gougge or something like that. So your opponent punches, use the parry, first Kakie Uke. If I want to do another one, instead of you know, stepping in and trying to punch right from here, I can shoot the hand and hit to the eyes, right? It's like an eye strike, and it's very similar to Geksai Daiichi when we do the shuto, which was in another video. But basically, you're here, you clear, and then just right to the eyes. Okay? If you make the hit, that's great. If you don't, then at least you're in a. If he blocks, now at least you're in a pretty good position because you kind of got control over both arms. You can just continue to close the distance. But let's say the goal is to blind the guy. You Kakie Uke. He blocks, boom, and then I'm just in control and can go forward, back, whatever I want to do.